How many tabs do you have open right now? Because I have over 100. And my watch later list? That's even worse. This is a perfectly normal and reasonable watch later list. Quick experiment. 50 shuffled videos. Watch the first 5 seconds, judge the hook and the premise, move on. Let's delve into the madness.
Day in the life of a true Brexit geezer.
Woke up proper, half a Stella can teetering on my...
Okay, British satire, purposely badly drawn videos. We've got the massive enraged thumbnail speaking guy, so it's just going to be a good bit of a laugh. I feel like the premise for this one's pretty strong.
This is Ratatouille the video game. This is also Ratatouille the video game. So is this, and this.
Okay, this is a really good hook. Just showing footage from 4 different variants of what could potentially be the same game. Well, the right one is definitely not the same game, but they're all themed around the same film. And the premise here is quite interesting because we've all seen those horrible, hideous games that were made from our childhoods, from popular films, and this one just gets that interest immediately. So yeah, this is really good. I like this one a lot. Okay, so it's the VTuber's opening, there's no hook here, and there's no premise yet, so can't really judge in the first 5 seconds, unfortunately.
Recently, I made a video where I got 10 roguelikes.
Okay, so this one is insanely good. He instantly bombards you with information saying, hey, I've done these challenges, and this is what's coming next. This is my introduction to my latest one. So this one's really smart.
Likes and couldn't end until I beat all of them. It was a
Nice, and even shows a bit of footage from one of them. Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, something I would like to point out here is my brain is actually working on overtime, because changing to analysing different things every 5 seconds is actually very hard to do. I don't have that Gen Alpha in me, I'm afraid.
Hey randomizers, and welcome to another video for our favorite Dragon Travelers.
So this is more like a daily game log almost. It's like saying, oh, we're going to have a topic here, but he hasn't really explained what the topic is. And there's not really an immediate point to keep the user watching. So I'd say this one actually doesn't have a hook in the first 5 seconds.
If you do these 5 things for any woman, you're being a fool. Why would you even do it? Is it...
So it's instantly baiting people to think, well, what is going to be discussed here? And the premise is very clear. It's saying, hey, these are things you don't want to be doing. So this is all about AI tech, and interestingly enough, I think this isn't allowed on YouTube, right? That you can't actually get text-to-speech AI working or video monetize you. So, is the premise interesting? I guess it shows Trump being used or being parodied in some way. Okay, we're going from AI being seen as a tool to AI being dystopian, which is fantastic. But that's not what this video is. This video is just showing dystopia through AI. I would say the first 4 seconds were actually a bit slower here. However, this frame here makes it kind of obvious we're working on a conveyor belt. So I feel like the hook is a little bit delayed, but still works.
Early in the development of 1.4.5, Red put out some spoilers showing some classic weapons getting some...
Okay, so it's basically saying a game update, something's coming. I'd say the hook isn't really necessarily obvious or that engaging, but it's Terraria. Terraria is cool.
Did you hear about the woman from California who was scammed out of nearly $1 million?
Did you hear about the woman in California who was scammed out of nearly 1 million? It's very direct and in your face. it's very it triggers emotions in you quickly. So yeah, the hook in this one is great. I'm not sure about the premise, honestly, because I'm not really interested in this kind of thing, but the hook is good.
They promised you a deal. If you worked hard, paid your taxes, and saved your money, you would retire with dignity.
So he's instantly saying, this is the American dream. I'm going to tell you why it's wrong. There's so many videos out there like this, and the format works pretty well. So the premise is quite obvious. Okay, since this is music, I'm just going to pause it at the first second. There's not really a hook, it's just going to be the start of a song. And, you know, there might be copyright issues involved, so...
Ultima requires a lot of energy. What?
Okay. I'm not really sure what I'm seeing, honestly. Some kind of tier list and a YouTuber reacting to it. But yeah, okay. We'll move on. I'm kind of confused.
We all have some idea of how hard it is to truly be the best of the best. But you know...
So, talking about the best of the best, and it shows you Ash Ketchum, who is well known to be one of the worst of the worst, is that's a great hook, because that is saying to be the best like no one ever was, but he's actually quite a pathetic Pokemon trainer, so yeah, that's a great premise. I like that one. Okay, so this one's suffering from the intro, so we can't see the hook because it's just an animation. Oh my god, we've already had this girl, so we know there's no hook, there's no premise, we can't check it because of the intro. Let's move to the next one.
Hamburger give toy. Want a hamburger give video game instead.
I want hamburger to give toy and video game, and every Happy Meal needs to be 500 times happier. Hook is cool. It's a bit absurd, which I like, and it gets to the point quite quickly, and it shows the premise quickly, so I like that a lot. I'm going to go to the next video, and then we're going to summarise, as I feel like we've done quite a few of these. We haven't done 50, but we've done a few, and this is actually quite draining on the brain.
This video from the dawn of time.
Okay, so that's funny because I actually skipped a sponsor. So, was there a hook in that? No, it's just a sponsor. Okay, we'll give it another 5 seconds.
Humans have had the urge to move between places and to sometimes carry.
Okay, so we get the issue that there's a logistics problem, there's a transport problem. Alright, so what I would like to discuss here is I'm actually kind of impressed. Now, I've heard from so many YouTube gurus that to make a successful video, your hook has to be there and obvious in the first 5 seconds. But these same YouTube gurus don't always seem to do that. And neither do a lot of these actual really successful channels. They establish a hook early, but it's not necessarily in the first 5 seconds. If you're interested in this, let me know and I'll continue a part 2. Subscribing, liking, commenting, all that engagement stuff, that helps me out to understand if people like this. So, yeah, thanks and see ya.